How's your day?
It's always great when I get to exchange pleasantries with you, Representative.
Oh, thank you. Can you explain to me, first of all, where the Mount Zion zone in the Illinois Basin is?
South of the Illinois River.
So would you say south of I-80? And I assume that most of the people on that site consider that southern Illinois. Is that correct?
I'm hearing some disagreement with that statement, but if you're referring to the shale
Yes.
that covers Illinois, the Eau Claire Shale,
Yes.
that's what we're talking about as an ideal geology, as you know, for carbon sequestration.
And it's pretty much south of I-80.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So would you say that's predominantly rural farm country?
Absolutely.
Would you say also agree that that's predominantly represented by Republican representatives?
We have a few. My friend here, Katie, Sharon Chung's weighing in.
I agree. I say
Carol
predominantly.
Ammons.
It's predominantly. Okay, so do you know what the status of the Hazardous Materials Safety Administration revisions are?
Those rules are in progress. There are no rules yet developed specifically for carbon sequestration projects, which is why we have the 2-year moratorium.
Yeah, but the 2-year moratorium is only if they don't get these rules in place, correct?
If they don't put the rules in place before. Now, there was on May 15th supposed to be a deadline for the preliminary rules to be submitted. That's been extended, I think, to June 4th. But obviously, with the significant federal investment and the tax credit program, we expect they will be done.
Okay.
Soon.
So I happen to I'm from Christian County, which happens to be the epicenter of where the original wells were going to be put. So I helped coordinate a meeting with Navigator and the county board. 80 to 85% of the landowners, residents of that area were opposed, and obviously Navigator wasn't very successful in convincing them that this was a good project and it was a safe project. So Navigator did an alternate pipeline route through Montgomery County, and they actually drilled a test well for this. The bottom line was Christian County Farm Bureau, Montgomery County Farm Bureau, Sangamon County Farm Bureau, 3 years ago were adamantly opposed to this project, and nobody has convinced the local landowners that this is safe. So the question I have, was Farm Bureau at the table for these negotiations?
The negotiations have been ongoing, on and off for 2 years. Leader Hoffman had a bill, actually 2 bills. I've had 2 different bills, and we've been getting input from all the stakeholders on these items.
So for the current negotiations, though, was Farm Bureau at the table? Yes or no?
I didn't convene the negotiations. I was attending, but I don't believe Farm Bureau was at the negotiation table.
Did we have any Republicans representatives from the House or Senate at the
I did
table?
not, but these bills have been out here for some time, and I can't recall any instance except perhaps some casual conversation that you and I had from any Republican inquiring about the bill or expressing interest in carbon capture and regulation, at least to me.
Okay. Do you know how many wells we currently have in Illinois?
Total wells, all wells? No, I do not.
No, carbon capture wells.
The ADM has on property, so that would be 2, I think, there.
And do you know how many wells have been, permits have been applied for additional wells?
I don't know that offhand. Some have been submitted, withdrawn, so I don't have a running total of that. But we're open for business.
And so any of those wells would require a pipeline, is that correct? Or are they going to truck it in or use rail to provide and bring the CO2 to the well?
Well, I think it depends. I mean, obviously there's a 3-part process: capture, transport, if transport is required. I don't know if there are cement facilities or ethanol plants that can be co-located with a sequestration well. Certainly that seems possible, but I haven't seen any business plans or proposals personally.
So what I would say and recommend, because my friends and neighbors who are farmers, who are represented by the Farm Bureau, and are the ones that need to be educated because there's nobody's convinced them that it's safe or that it's a good project. Until Farm Bureau has been involved in the negotiations or the Republicans have been involved in the negotiations, I'd recommend in the future that they be considered similar to the budget process. I think that we need to have Republicans involved. So thank you.
Thank you.